As of January 1st, 2020, there are many new changes that go into effect that impact retirees and retirement planning. In this video, we are specifically going to talk about the changes to Social Security and your Social Security benefits. Welcome to another episode of the Financial Fast Lane. My name is Lane Martinson, and the purpose of this channel is retirement planning topics for those 50 plus. And today we are talking about the changes that go into effect for 2020, specifically for Social Security benefits. Well, the first thing is that Social Security is designed to increase with inflation or to keep up with inflation. And so the cost of living adjustment each year is one thing that many people are very anxious to see what that is. So if you take a look at my screen, if we go back to 2016, we actually had a 0% in that year. 2017, almost zero, right, 0.3. But in 2018, we got a full 2% increase in the benefit. In 2019, a full 2.8%. And for 2020, it is 1.6. So if we look at the average cost of living adjustment, say since 1985, the average has been about 2.8%. So it seems to lag in following inflation by just a little bit, but it does a pretty good job of trying to keep up with inflation. Now, another change that goes into effect for 2020 with Social Security has to do with the earnings limit. So now this is only going to apply to those who have claimed their Social Security benefits prior to their full retirement age. So for example, if you claimed at age 62 or 63 or 64 or 65, and you're still working, there's an earnings limit as to what you can earn without your Social Security benefits being penalized. And so in 2018, you could earn up to $17,040 with no penalties to your Social Security. In 2019, that increased a little bit, $17,640. And in 2020, it increased to $18,240. So to make sure that that's clear, that the penalty is only for those who have claimed prior to their full retirement age. Now, one of the common questions I get is, what is my full retirement age? And if you take a look at the screen here, it's all based off of your date of birth. And so if you were born, full retirement age is 66 for anyone between 1943 and 1954. But if you were born in 1955, you add 2 months. If you're born in 1956, you add 2 months, and so forth, all the way up to 1960, which the full retirement age is 67. So if you were born in 1960 or later, your full retirement age is 67, and I suspect that in the future that will be pushed out to even older ages to help preserve the sustainability of Social Security benefits. Now, as we look at the earnings limit and the penalties, again, you can work and you can earn income and collect a Social Security benefit prior to your full retirement age as long as you earn only $18,240 in 2020. So for every dollar that you earn over and above that limit, you lose $1 of benefits for every $2 benefits. So essentially, you lose 50% of everything over and above the earnings limit. Now, the earnings limit is actually higher for the year that you turn, or that you reach your full retirement age. So for example, if your birthday is in December, and you're working in January, of the year that you reach your full retirement age, the earnings limit is much higher, $48,600 before there's any penalty. And if you do earn more than that in that year, the penalty is not quite as stiff. $1 of benefits withheld per $3 of earnings above the limit. And then in the month that you reach your full retirement age or beyond your full retirement age, there is no earnings limit. Now, that doesn't mean that your Social Security benefits may not be reduced because of Social Security taxation, which is really a different topic. And I have another video that specifically addresses that. But this just applies to the earnings limit when you claim benefits prior to full retirement age. A common question I get is, well, what counts as income? And it's going to be your W-2 employment income or wages, or if you're self-employed, it's going to be the net earnings for those that are self-employed. Now, what does not count as income as far as the earnings limit penalty, if you have dividend earnings, if you have interest, if you're receiving payments from a pension, if you're taking distributions from an IRA or a 401k, none of those count towards the income for determining the Social Security earnings limit and penalty, as well as capital gains or any annuity payments. So it's pretty clear what counts for as income and what does not. Another key change to Social Security that goes into effect for 2020 has to do with the earnings cap. Now, in 2019, the earnings cap was $132,900, which means for those who are working, the first $132,900 is counted as taxable income for the purposes of Social Security FICA tax. Okay, so this is not for retirees, this is for people who are still working and paying into the system. So for people who earned over and above $132,900, they were only taxed on the $132,900. Any earnings above that, there's no taxation that went into the Social Security system. So as of 2020, that is increased now to $137,700. So what that means is it's really a tax increase on higher income earners that are paying into the system. And that's likely to increase each year, and in future years we would expect that to go up as well. So these are the main changes that go into effect for 2020, specifically for Social Security. But as of January 1st, 2020, there were a lot of changes that went into effect as a direct result of the Secure Act. So it impacts retirement accounts, taxation. There's a whole lot of changes and issues that impact and will impact retirees in the future because of what just went into force through the Secure Act. Now, I will have a separate video and we will delve into the details of that. But for today, hopefully you found this beneficial. I am the author of the Holistic Retirement Planning Revolution. And while anyone over 50, I think, should read it, would benefit from it, it's available on Amazon for around $15 or so. But I have a link below where you can get it at about half the cost. And so it's basically at my cost. It covers shipping, and you can get a copy of the book. So I hope you'll take advantage of that. And until the next video.